Okay, with this unit, week 7, unit 7, we're going to learn how to set up paper space, learn how to plot, print a drawing. Plot and print's the same terminology. Plotting is in the construction world or construction document world. So what you will need is the conference room from week 5 and download the title block, and I have a link for PDF Writer. It's a free PDF writer. That way you can print your drawing and submit it. Okay, so let's get started. We will open up the conference room from week 5, or unit 5. Let's erase these 3 items and just have the conference room. We're also going to learn about poche. It's filling in the walls so that the AutoCAD drawing reads better. So if you will change your current layer to autocad pattern, autocad stands for pattern, and then I will also show you that you can turn layers off and on. So if we go back up here and click the light bulb by A firm, see the light goes out, and the A firm plant will be a lot easier to fill in the walls. Okay. What we will use to fill in the walls is what is known as hatching. And hatching can be found under the Draw tab, and it's this button right here under, it looks like an ellipse by the arc. And if you click the hatch button, you will see that AutoCAD has a lot of hatch patterns loaded in. All you have to do is click that down arrow beside. They have brick, cedar shake, tile patterns. What we want is the solid pattern. So we're going to click the solid pattern. We don't have to worry about Okay, once you pick the hatch, in a solid, we don't have to worry about scale or anything like that, and we'll talk more about hatch later. But you want to use the pick points, and you will pick the middle of the wall. So when you see, if you put the cursor in the middle of the wall, it fills the void, and we'll go over here and click, and then you just hit enter. And that is poche. It makes the drawing, once it's printed, a lot easier to read. Okay, so now we can turn back on our furniture and plant layer. And then we are now going to go to our layout tab. So let's hit save first in case something happens. Alright, so now we're going to click on layout 1. So you need to think of this in terms of you're taking your drawing to a framer and having it matted and framed. And this little box here is what is known as a viewport. When you double click inside the viewport, you can scale the drawing that way. So seeing how the box got thicker, and if you put your cursor, you can see your crosshairs inside the viewport, but you can't see it outside the viewport. So we're going to double click on the outside to close that. But first we're going to click on the box, and we're going to decrease the size of it here and escape. And we're going to make sure our current layer is set to 0 first. we're going to go up to Insert Block. We do not want this block to explode, so we'll uncheck the Explode button, hit Browse, and that's where you will pick the WKU title block. A size is a letter size in architectural terms. Hit Open, OK, and then you see it's attached to your cursor, the title block. So you'll put in 0, 0, enter. And now you will fill out the title block so that it has the information you need. So under client name, we're going to put conference room. Project is AutoCAD class. The sheet name would be the floor plan. It is ARC 1 in the set of construction documents. We're only going to have this one sheet, so we'll have it ARC 1. Right now I don't know what the scale is, so we'll come back to that. The project number is IDFM 222. The date, you can put whatever date it is. I'm just going to put fall. And I'm going to put my initials, or you can put your initials under drawn, and then you can put my initials under the checked by, because I'm going to check it to see if it's correct, and then hit OK. Alright, so you notice the little white sheet of paper is not exactly under our title block, so we're going to correct that. We're going to go up to File, Plot, and this is the plot dialog box. It may look like this when you first open it. So what you want to do is, this is a radio button here beside the help, so click that. And starting on the left side, this is, the right side, this is a landscape orientation, so we'll leave it landscape. Under plot style table, we're going to change that to monochrome. Under the plotter, you want the cute PDF. This will stay, you won't change that, you'll change the plotter name, cute PDF. It is letter size, and then where it says what to plot, it says layout. Right now we're going to change that to window, and we're going to click on the lower left-hand corner, the upper right-hand corner, click here, center the plot, and preview. Okay, the preview, that looks correct. There's a white radio button up here. You're going to click it. It takes you back to the plot dialog box. We're going to hit Apply to Layout and then Cancel. So that, because we're not ready to plot just yet. So that sets up, whenever you hit the Apply Layout, that sets it up so that you don't have to go through all of the clicks. So you always want to make sure, if you only think you're going to plot it once, I'd still hit Apply to Layout just in case you have to go back a week from now and print it again. Alright, so this is a viewport. And the viewport needs to be on layer depth points because we do not want to see this square or this rectangle line in our plot. So anything on layer depth points does not print. I'm going to hit Escape and I'm going to click on it again. And this is where you might have to turn off your OSNAP. So you can click it off or turn off F3. And we're going to extend our box using the grips. And we don't want it to go over the lines of our title block. So just kind of inside it. Now we're going to double click. inside the viewport. See, it's got the X and Y. If you double click outside, you have a triangle. Whoops. A triangle right here. That is paper space. That denotes paper space. So if I double click inside, I have the X and Y axis. I'm going to pan to center it on the drawing. And this is where you set the scale. Right now, it's not to scale for the drawing. Down here at the bottom, you'll see a set of numbers. And if you click on the little down arrow by the set of numbers, you will see the scale. So let's try an 1/8 inch. That's way too small. So this is kind of, you have to play with it. Once you've done AutoCAD for a while, you get better at it. That's 1/4 inch. And let's see what 3/8. I like the 3/8. So I'm going to set it at 3/8. I'm going to pan it to center it, right click exit, and then I'm going to go outside here and click. Now, if I see something I've done wrong, I need to make a correction, you'll want to go back to model space to make corrections. Don't make corrections in your layout tab. Because if you do zoom like this, you've set it out of scale. So you're going to have to rescale it. And I'm thinking, I kind of like that 1/4 inch better. Okay, so I'm going to click outside. You don't want to zoom once you're in that viewport, once you set the scale, or it won't be at scale. We're going to correct our title block now. So if I do ED and click the title block, where I find the scale is right here. I'm going to click here and change it from 1/8 to 1/4 inch. And then I have my floor plan ready. So now I'm going to go plot, P-L-O-T, or I'm going to go back up to the file and plot. I'm going to hit the preview button. So see, I don't see that viewport. That's excellent. So hit the white radio button. And then I'm going to hit OK. And it may take a few minutes. There it is. I'm going to save that to my folder that I've got designated for my work. Save. Okay. And then you will, let's hit save again here. You will now go to Blackboard and you will submit to Blackboard both the AutoCAD drawing and your PDF. So I'll hit the Unit 7 and then submit, browse my computer. So you browse my computer, find where you saved your work at. So there's my PDF, and then I hit browse my computer again, find my drawing. I think I saved it in week 5. There it is. And so now I have 2 items attached, and then I'll hit the submit button. Okay, see you next time for Unit 8. Thank you.